Hey everybody, welcome to installing a new color wheel into this Optoma HD26. I did another video on repairing the existing color wheel so that at least I could test it and make sure everything was okay, but I still am pretty sure the old wheel should be replaced. So we're going to do that. First thing we do is we take the door off. Then we want to take the lamp out. I'm going to try and do this video a little differently. I'm going to try and just go straight through without pausing or editing. So then the lamp lifts up, unplug the connector, set that off to the side. There's no screws in the top on this one. They're all on the bottom. So that's all the screws. Now the top should pop off. Give it a little tug. And then we do know there's a keyboard wire. So I'm not going to pull it up too fast. Just want to get in there and unplug that. Then in the first video I learned that to take the color wheel out, you do have to take the basket out, and then this thing comes out. So there's three of these short plastic thread screws. Now, once the basket's loose, we will want to unplug this fan. Then this whole basket should just slide up. And just got to watch that wire. I'll set that off there to the side, because next we're going to take the color wheel out. So I'll unplug the color wheel wire, then the index connector, then just should be a few screws that hold that color wheel assembly in. Let's see if we can get that so that you can see. There's one. And again, these are all those thick plastic screws, the coarse thread. Should be able to lift this whole metal piece out with the plastic shroud on it. And then the last one on the side. Let's see. All right. Oh, there's one more. Should have seen that one at the beginning. Now this one is not a coarse thread, it's a fine thread. Essentially we're looking to disconnect the metal from the other metal. So now, yep, here we are. So probably, yeah, let's disconnect this. Because it'll be easier to get the wheel into that plastic shroud with the metal out of the way. Then we will loosen the these screws in the back. Oops. But we're going to leave them in the housing. We saw that drop there, so now I can slide that out. There's the old one. Still works. My index mark that I put in is still in place. I actually ran this thing for a good 10 hours and it was happy. Probably would have been fine, but to me it sounded a little noisy. And it did get hot, and it was, you know, it wasn't in the happiest place or the happiest environment. But then we have the new one in here. I got this on eBay. I did not order this from China, so I did pay, I don't know, I paid $30 for this instead of probably $20. It would have cost me getting it from China, but I wanted it quick. So I believe this came from New Jersey. Or maybe California, I forget. Whatever, it came from the US, so shipping was a little faster. So before we take it out, let's compare. It looks the same to me. Supposed to be an OEM. It doesn't really matter, but you know, if I can, why not? Okay, so I don't want to touch those glass segments at all. So let's see, I'll set it there, and then wire has to feed through that slot. Let's see if I can get this inside without touching the glass. We'll use the plastic to help. Just got to get it lined up. And once it's kind of lined up, the screws will do the rest of the work. Like that. Nice. Okay. And the reason I'm holding it up is so I don't inadvertently push down and snap a segment. There we are. Nice. I like that. All right. Next step, let's put it back in the metal. Like that. I'm going to save the old one. It still works. So even if I use it as a test color wheel or even a backup, we'll save it. So let's put it in that bag. HD26. Wrap it up. Then we'll put it in the box. I'll mark the box. HD, can't write. 26. Color wheel used. Okay, now this can go back in the projector. In fact, we'll check that little piece of foam I glued in. Yeah, that's still staying down nice and happy. So let's get this back in. Put the fine thread in first. Let's get it tied back to the light tunnel. And then chassis screw 1. chassis screw 2. It's good. Another fine thread. Goes there. And that's it for the color wheel screws. We'll put the lamp basket back in. That's what I call it, at least. I don't know what the real name is for this area. I call it sometimes the lamp well. Or, yeah, lamp well. And we'll plug the lamp fan back in. Route that wire back through there. And unlike the last video, I'm remembering to put these in now. It's not quite right. Oh, that. There we are. So it does go on this side, just I didn't have it down all the way because the lamp wire over here was pulling it a little tight. Oops, missed it. There we go. So let's find a good angle here. Oh. Let me know if showing the screw positions like this is helpful. And sometimes I feel like it's self-explanatory, but you know, to me it's self-explanatory. I've worked on, you know, a few, so I want to make these videos for you guys. Alright, so that's good. Now we will plug in the index wire to there, and then our color wheel wire. Let's see, let's go across there, blue out. Slide that under. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And then again, you want to set that kind of, oh, if you can really see it, but like in that little notch there, that kind of just holds it out of the way. And that should do it. I'm going to try something that I don't usually do. We'll see if this burns me or not. But usually I test these with the top off before I put the top on. But I'm going to see if this works. Usually if you don't test it with the top off, it's not going to work with the top on. I won't put the screws in. I'll at least wait there. Maybe that'll be my saving grace, but I am going to install the lamp. Install the lamp, and come on, there we go. And then we'll try it. Hopefully Hopefully everything works right, and then I can put those handful of screws back in the bottom. I did get the zoom lined up, that's good. Let's plug her in. Wow, it's a lot quieter. Yeah, you can probably see that on my hand. Optoma. And then on the screen, there you go. And that looks good too. I'm really happy with that. Let's turn it off. I'm going to put the screws back in the bottom, but this thing's good to go. And it's done cooling, so we can flip it on back over. And let's get the screw in first. And then this one. And all the screws are back in. We'll do one more power up test, and then we'll call it. Oh, lens cover off. But you can see we have a good picture. Projector's nice and quiet. Just hear the fan and a little bit of color wheel, but before, if you listen to the other video, you'll see what I mean. Definitely glad I put a color wheel in. So yeah, if you have any questions about your Optoma, BenQ, whatever, any kind of DLP, they'll kind of follow this design, put it in the comments. Email me, it's in the about section. And other than that, as always, thank you for watching.